You know, it's funny. I heard this dude say about snitching. He said, snitching is about standing on principle. Nigga, you don't snitch. You stand on principle, nigga. Hey, look. Basically, he was saying, once you make a decision, you gotta stick with it. It's about being a man. That's what snitching is about. That's what not snitching is about. Being a man, nigga. You made a decision. Nigga, stick with it. Don't be telling. Soft ass nigga. You turning back on the game? Hey, look, I'm gonna put you like this, right? Once you make a decision, these niggas want to talk about principle and standing on morals and standing on this and standing on that. A lot of motherfuckers ain't standing on shit. And the reason why is because, nigga, when you make a decision, if I'm driving up the street and I want to make a left turn, but I accidentally make a right, just because I bust a U-turn and go straight, that don't mean I could take away the fact that I made that right. Every decision is a marriage. You made that right. You can't take that back. Like, you made the right. You still made it right. It don't matter if you bust a U-turn and go straight. Yeah, I made a left. No, you didn't. You made a right, and then you made a U-turn and went straight to complete the left. When you get into a relationship, bro, fuck a relationship. When you have a child, you can't change the person that you had the child with. Once the child is here, the child is here. Is here. Is here. Is here. You can't renege from that. I cannot take the baby and push it back up into the placenta, connected to the umbilical cord. This is where we get to talking about time. You cannot change time. You can't run from time. You can't escape time. The universe is constantly expanding throughout time. The universe is constantly expanding throughout time. Once you make a decision, once you have a child, bro, the baby is here. You cannot change the person who you had the child with. Therefore, you don't get to make the decision to leave this woman or leave this man just because you don't like how they are, just because you don't like how they behave, just because you don't like what type of person they are. It's too late for all that, nigga. You made the decision. You don't get to go nowhere. Once I put my seed inside, my seed. Once I put my seed inside of you, man, that's it. You breed the baby. It's my seed. Who's to say you get to decide, you know what I'm saying, to take that child or take that seed and just book off with it? Who gets to make that decision? When you have a child with a woman or with a man, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to make the decision to leave. Like, you've already made the decision to have the child. It don't matter if you don't like that person. You got to stay there. You don't have the choice. You turning around on your decision? You already made a decision. A lot of people complain about the court system. Hold up, let me not get off topic. When you make a decision to have this child, bro, you don't get to leave. I'm going to keep saying that. Like, you don't get to, a lot of people don't understand that when you have a child and you leave that child, when a child is absent of one or the other side, that child develops psychological trauma, like it, understand it, believe it or not. The child needs the father and the mother. The both of y'all. You don't get to change and make decision on, well, it ain't working out for us. That's why you get married first. People be like, you ain't got to get married. That's just a piece of paper. No, it's not. It's a promise. It's a declaration. It's a decree. It's a law. It's a commandment. Your word is your bond. Remember? Remember that day you said X, Y, and Z? That shit don't change, nigga. A lot of people say the court system, they foul. The justice system ain't about justice. Yeah, it is. Look, this is what the law is. This is what the court system is, right? The court system does not operate off of moral integrity. It does not. It operates based off of whether or not you're guilty or not guilty. I just got out of a case recently, right? I pulled the trigger on something. I didn't kill nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I made a decision about something. When I made that decision, in my mind, I was already processing it. I told myself, I said, I don't give a fuck what I got to deal with. Fuck that. I'm doing it. And I did it, right? The law don't give a fuck what happened in that situation morally, whether you was right about it or whether you was wrong about it. The law don't care. The law says, did you do this? Yes or no? You did. Guilty. You got, this is the consequence. These are the consequences for this action. It don't matter. You did the action, you suffer the consequence. That's it, bro. Did you not do it? Okay, then you not guilty. We can't hold you. Listen, for all you physicists out there and chemists, I'm a beginner, so take it easy on me, right? I'm just using this as a metaphor. A lot of people believe in the Big Bang, but they don't believe in Genesis. In the beginning, God said, let there be light. Bang! And there was light. Equivalent to the Big Bang. At the start of the Big Bang, before time started, there were two atoms. I think in my mind, it's hydrogen and helium. They spin around each other mad fast, to the point to where they start to create heat. This heat starts to create matter. This matter starts to get bigger and bigger until it forms an element. This element is iron. On the outside of iron, there are layers on the outside of this ball of iron of every other chemical on the periodic table of elements. Every single one. Now, on the outside of iron, gravity is pushing down on this ball of iron. But the ball of iron is pushing back. In a matter of 2 seconds, bang, a nebula. You get all the elements of the periodic table in 2 seconds, in a matter of 2 seconds. Shooting through the galaxy. You get wind pushing dirt and dust Dust turns into dirt. Dirt turns into rocks. Rocks turn into meteors. Meteors turn into planets. This motherfucker shooting through the galaxy. This planet is shooting through the galaxy. As this is going on, the galaxy is expanding throughout time. Everything that you can see or touch came from the periodic table of elements, including toothpaste. Now, while this meteor turns into a planet shooting through the galaxy, right? The galaxy is constantly expanding throughout time up until this point of today, right now. As we speak, the galaxy is constantly expanding. All you got is the future. All you got is today and the decisions that you make into the future. You know what's at the end of time? You know what happens when the galaxy reaches the end of time? Infinity, which is equivalent to eternity. Eternity. Every decision that you make is a marriage. Bro, just because you had a baby with this thought ass bitch, you gotta stay there. You gotta stay there. Just because you had a baby with this no good ass, deadbeat ass nigga, that nigga ain't got no choice. Grab that nigga by the collar. Because you in it. The child is here. Motherfuckers talk about snitching and this and that. Man, you motherfuckers ain't standing on nothing, bro. I ain't never left my kid. My baby mama took my kid and ran that bitch. And I've been chasing. Yeah, I have. For years. It's my fault. People be like, I ain't no mistake. I ain't no mistake. Every person, if you're not perfect, every living, breathing being on this planet is a mistake, bro. Unless you perfect. Everybody on this planet is a mistake. I don't give a damn even if you did have your kids in marriage. You can't predict the future. You can't escape time, bro. When you leave a child, you cause the most severe psychological damage on that child. When you have a child, you don't get to have spaghetti on Wednesdays anymore. Every decision you make now is for the sake and the well-being of the child. You don't, nigga, it don't matter. It don't matter, bro. Now, if you disagree with me, fine. But that still don't change the fact that you had a child with that no good motherfucker. It don't, bro. It don't. It don't. Yeah, I take responsibility. I take accountability. I should have never touched that woman. I wasn't ready. This is why we see boys and girls, boys growing up with facial hair on their face, and girls growing up with enlarged reproductive organs. Still a girl and still a boy. Them motherfuckers ain't changed. People be like, what am I going to use mathematics for in the real world? What am I going to use mathematics for in the real world? I'm never going to use this in the real world. Well, I'll tell you this. When you come up across a math problem and you can't solve it, and you say, you know what, this stuff just too hard for me. I'm cool. I give up on it. What you think you're going to do on the next problem? And the next problem. And the next problem until it becomes second nature. And then you become a quitter. You ain't standing on nothing. You're gonna continue to give up on math problems. Every single issue in life that you come across that's a problem, that's an issue, it's meant for you to solve it. That's why people become quitters. To be able to solve or order operations in a math problem, you got to have some type of literacy about how to solve that issue, how to solve that problem. If you can't read, math and reading go hand in hand. That's why our illiteracy rate is sky high. You got parents out here that can't even read. Kids bringing their homework home and be like, I don't know how to do that shit. And it's fourth grade math and shit. Violence is the first resort of incompetent. You can't solve an issue or a problem. You want to get mad. You want to fight. You want to give up. You want to quit. You want to do everything else under the sun, but sit there and think about the problem. Listen, the government is not stupid, bro. Why do you think when you commit a crime, nigga, they take your time away from you? Because time is the ultimate currency. Sit there and think about it. Have you figured it out yet? They putting it right in our face, nigga. Right in our face. It's a literacy thing, bro. On everything. When you make the like I was just thinking to myself, because you know what I'm saying, I love to study different languages. One thing I'm gonna give you a clue. If you want to learn another language, start with the alphabet of any language. When you memorize the alphabet after a month, then you'll be surprised how you start reading. How you start reading this stuff so fluently. But you won't know what the vocabulary words mean until you go and get a Somalia English dictionary, an Arabic English dictionary, and then play word find. That's how you build your vocabulary. That's how you learn how to read. You got to start with the basics. If you look at chemistry and plants, these be 25, 30, 40 letter words, nigga. Motherfucker be like, damn, that's a big ass word. But the thing about it is, this word, if you break it up into 4 and 5 letter words, if you break it up, put a piece of paper over the rest of the word, sound it out, bro, every piece of that word, bro, means something. I'm gonna give you another one. Me, di, tri, tetra. Penta, hexa, hepta, octa, ninka, deca. The building blocks of molecular geometry. The Greek alphabet. That's 1 through 10. That's how you figure that shit out. Anyway, man, everybody think they know everything. Man and woman. Y'all both think y'all know it all. That's why your society fucked up now. Y'all perpetuating a cycle of illiterate ass bastards, illegitimate children. Majority of us are illegitimate children. Bastards, nigga.